Good morning and a very warm welcome to the Steve Ellis 100 channel. I get asked quite a lot on the channel about my settings for Flight Sim. So I thought I'd make a short little video and we'll go through each of the settings and I will put across my views on which settings are probably the best for you. A caveat before we start, there are hundreds of setting videos available on YouTube. Some are very, very intense. Some are simple. I like to keep things simple. The video card I use is a 4090 and the chip I use is an AMD 7900X3D. So quite a beefy computer, and you'd be wrong to think that I push everything on maximum. There is no need, absolutely no need to push everything on maximum. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So anyway, we're going to go through some of my settings this morning and see how you get on with them. I'll take through some of the settings that are frame rate hog and stuff like that, and we'll see what you think. Right, go to your option screen and let's go to general options, and this is the start of the settings here. Okay, I run in full screen here and I run on a 2K monitor. The anti-aliasing is set to TAA. Okay, I've tried DLSS in the past with glass cockpits. There's just too much blur in it, and so this is what I prefer to do. Render scaling is obviously 100 there. Because I run an RTX 4090 card, the frame generation is on. That needs to be on, otherwise you won't get the benefit of the video card. AMD Fidelity FX sharpening is set at 100 and the VSync is off. So I use this because I let the sim fly as much as it can. So it will go above the refresh rate. If I need to bring the frame rate or frame rate limit it, I use an application called MSI Afterburner if I need to limit it to 140 or 100 or something like that. But I normally leave the VSync off in this regard. DirectX version, I run DX12 beta, always have, don't have any problems with it whatsoever. Global rendering quality, just leave that on. As soon as you start manually changing these settings, that will go to custom anyway. Right, on to the beef of the settings. So terrain level of detail. This can be quite a resource hog setting. Some people have it on 200. I have it on 160 for normal flying. If I'm going to a city, I normally maybe bash it up to 200. I don't see any benefit for me going any higher than that. I really don't. Some people put 300, 400. I just don't see the point myself, but mine's currently set at 160. Off-screen terrain pre-caching is on ultra. Terrain vector data is also on ultra. These are the two I always keep on ultra. I very rarely change these whatsoever. Okay, buildings. So I could do ultra, but I actually set it on high. This is quite a frame rate hog setting. You probably wouldn't believe it, but it is. So I normally set these on high. No need to go any higher than that. Trees are set on high, as is grass and bushes. You could set these on ultra, but I just don't see the point really, to be honest with you. Objects level of detail 160. You could push that up to 200. That affects the close objects to you when you're in the aircraft and you're in sort of like external view and internal view as well. But 160 I find is quite a happy medium. Volumetric crowds, this is another one. Very easy to spick it up to ultra. I don't really see the benefit of it, so I just stick that on high. Texture resolution, I always have this on ultra. Anisotropic filtering, this is an interesting one. Okay, I set it to off, but in the NVIDIA control panel, I actually set it to 16. Okay, it seems to handle it better. The sim doesn't really do the anisotropic filtering very well, so I use the NVIDIA control panel in your settings to do that one. Texture super sampling is 6x6. I could go a little bit higher than that, but I don't. Texture synthesis is on ultra. Water waves is on high. Shadow maps 2048, followed by terrain shadows on 1024, contact shadows on ultra, windshield effects on high, and onto the next one is ambient occlusion. So this is another frame rate intense setting here. I could go ultra, but I sort of tend to keep it on high. It's quite nice. I don't see any point in going much higher than that, to be fair. Cube map reflections at 256, ray marched reflections on ultra, light shafts on high, bloom on. So these are subjective settings, so it depends on your personal preference, but this is what I select. Bloom is on depth of field is on high. Motion blur, I turn that off. Lens correction, I turn that off as well. Lens flare, so that basically shows the sun lens flare coming through on external view sometimes. It's a personal preference, this one, so I switch it off. And glass cockpit refresh rate is on medium. So that is my settings. Give them a whirl and see how you get on. Like I said, I've got a 4090. It's very easy to whack these right up, but some of them I just don't really see the benefit on doing. And you know, any sort of power you can keep back for the sim, all the better, right? So see how you get on with us. Any comments, just put them in the video below. And if you want to follow my channel and you like the video, press like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you next time on screen. See you later. Bye-bye.